means no, period. I mean, since then, we have had millions of lessons on consent, but still people out here getting raped. So I'm just saying, we definitely in a different society than we were when that happened. But, you know, we still got a lot of work to do. You know, when anybody doesn't want to have sex up until the minute, then they don't want to have sex. It's up to you to deal with, to figure out if you want to keep dealing with somebody that's going to keep giving you blue balls or not. But what you don't need to do is be out here raping motherfuckers. That's what you don't need to be out here doing. Having sex with people out without their consent, or touching their body without their consent. Whether they are so sexy, okay, or whether they are open to that as well. It's like, we would have got there. That's the thing. It's like, I wanted to have sex with you, but you ruined it. Now you fucked up your own karma raping me, okay, when I wanted to have sex with you. So, you know, I just learned, and hopefully I don't have to learn those lessons no more, that, you know, however, I don't be morphing and changing to date somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because he was pissing me off, I was just letting that shit slide. And I became a version of myself that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, I'm a woman, and if a nigga really want to overpower me and rape me, he can. But I also gave him the impression that I was, well, I don't want to blame myself. He did that shit. But I just know that I changed a little bit who I was, with which is how I kind of got in that situation. Because it's like, if I was staying true to myself and had the necessary guards up that I normally would have had, that wouldn't have happened. But again, this shit happens because lessons have to be learned. And would I have liked to learn the lesson without being sexually assaulted? Hell yeah. But you can't pick and choose every fucking thing. All right. And, you know, it is what it is. I survived it. I'm happy that I did, so I can tell the story, so I can help somebody else. Really. Like, that's just where I'm at with it. Sorry if that sounds like I'm detached from myself. I'm really not. I mean, you know, y'all see I cry. You know what I'm saying? It is something that makes me feel super vulnerable, because it's a moment where I was not in control, and I always like to be in control. Okay? And in my mind, I'm not somebody that would be in that situation. So it humbled the fuck out of me, which is exactly what it was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't have these things within you, you know, your life and your spirit and your higher self and your guides are going to give you the life that you need in order for you to be your best self. And obviously, I had a lot of dumbass beliefs, and that experience is what made me shake those beliefs. So I'm just trying to, like I said, share this story so that, one, I can release it and continue to transmute it and alchemize it for myself, and also have it be an eye-opener for our community. We have to speak up, you know what I'm saying, about the shit that has happened, because it's like, you know, there are millions of videos like this, you know what I'm saying, and everyone fucking counts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been wanting to do this, but I haven't, because I'm just like, well, I'm not in the mindset of somebody that like really got like raped in a really bad way, even though we like have these measures of like bad, and you know, it's like it's all bad. But basically, in my mind, what means bad is like, you know, gang raped or like raped in the alley by some nigga that you don't even know. Like, because it wasn't like that traumatic, I'm like, oh, well, you know, people are not going to want to hear my story, or people are not going to be able to get anything from it. And that's just self-limiting beliefs. Those are self-limiting beliefs, because I'm the fuck here. And so are you. So whatever you go through in your life and whatever I go through in my life matters. It matters to me, and it matters to the world, because we're all connected. So, you know, I don't know if anybody ever going to put two and two together and peep who this motherfucker is and be like, oh my fucking God, I know who the fuck she's talking about. But and I'm not necessarily doing this for that. If that happens, I don't care. But my point is, we all learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to be open-minded. That's why we can't have self-limiting beliefs, because then you're going to get humbled in a way that you don't want to be. And, you know, it is what it is. I mean, everything happens divine order, divine timing. So, you know, I just say that to say that, you know, when I start loving myself and really being intentional about that, about my values, about my morals, about what I want in a partner, about what I can bring to a partner, is when I, you know, was able. And I mean, honestly, when I processed it in therapy, like, I took accountability then. You know, it's just easy for me, maybe because I've been gaslit my whole life. It's easy for me to take accountability in my faults. Like, so granted, faults, I obviously did not do anything to have me get raped, but like I said, there are some things that I could have done to not even been in that situation to begin with. So that's my message out to the world. I hope that it reaches and teaches somebody. I hope that y'all are holding yourselves accountable, men and women. I hope men, especially black men, y'all not out here only thinking about what you and your dick want. Cause that's selfish as fuck, and y'all niggas been thinking like that for a long time, and y'all need to stop. And you know, women out here, when these niggas be doing that shit is thirsty, and that's a red flag. Like, somebody that's thirsty as fuck to fuck you, like, sex is, I mean, like, yeah, it's great, but it ain't the end all be all. And so when a nigga's acting like sex is the end all be all, red flag. When he acting like you can't tell him no without him getting the attitude, red flag. You know, you having to literally, you know, fight to keep your clothes on. Like, now you gauge what you gauge. And I'm not talking about in relationships, but in relationships too. Like, we are individuals. Just because I'm in a relationship with you don't mean I get to have sex with you whenever you want me to have sex with you. Like, we should both always be having sex whenever we both want to be having sex. Nobody should be having sex out of obligation. So young girls especially, like, I know y'all be wanting to fuck on these niggas, but and they be wanting to fuck on y'all. I know. But listen, your terms or the door. Okay? Because somebody is out there that's going to do it on your terms. So don't settle for somebody that's trying to force you into being uncomfortable just for their comfort. No. Okay? So, you know, and all the sexual assault survivors out there, you know what I'm saying? This is how I see myself based on what happens in my situation. You know, I'm sending love and light to everybody that has ever been in this situation, no matter what scale it's been on, from gang rape to being raped by a family member to, you know, childhood rape to, you know, as something as what happened with me. You know what I'm saying? College rape, you know what I'm saying? You know, in a neighborhood, it might not even have to be rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment, you know, niggas smacking your ass and, you know, just inappropriate shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands to yourself, communicate. And if it don't feel right, then it ain't. You don't really need too much explanation. You know, you got something in your throat and you can't say what you need to say, then it's probably somebody you don't need to be around. And if your gut fucked up, you definitely don't need to be around them motherfuckers. You definitely don't. So, yeah, this is a call to action also for the Black community to educate your young bulls and your old heads. Because the old heads is not educating. You know, this is... Our society has changed. So what used to be acceptable ain't is. And it's like the millennial young bulls that do know need to be educating these old heads on consent. Okay, I'm talking about millennial Black men. Y'all need to be in Gen Z Black men, because my little cousin is 18 at this point. So it's just like y'all need to be... This is all the fuck I hear. Y'all need to be educating y'all old heads and y'all young bulls about consent. Women as well, you know what I'm saying? We need to be educating our mothers, aunties, mentors, church members, whatever, about slut shaming, you know, and victim blaming. Like, the work still needs to be done. I know a lot of it has been done, but we still got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no slut shaming going on over here, you know, and consent is a must. So, I done did what I said I didn't want to do. This shit is 1 hour and 12 minutes. Yes, this is my start to Vlogmas. I know this is a heavy and deep start, but also that's who I am. So moving forward, we're going to be obviously talking about better things. I'm going to say better things because this was what we needed to talk about today. But, you know, just more light, fun, airy things. You know what I'm saying? Lighthearted things that won't be having us in our feelings. Because I know today was deep. But yeah, I just want to, like I said, take this time to give grace to myself and to forgive myself for any victim blaming that I done to myself. And I just want to, you know, give myself a big hug, and a hug to all of those out there that have been in my situation and similar situations. And just know that today is going to be a great day, and that moving forward, you know, we're going to be good out here, and just each one teach one, you know. Just to remind you to love on yourself, and go with your gut. All right. So that was my long, super short show. I said I was going to do another video, but honestly, I'm drained after that. So yeah, I'm trying to do Vlogmas. So we'll see. Your girl, like I said, has been going through the ringers. So I'm trying to hold myself accountable to these projects that I say I want to do. But I'm also giving myself the grace to feel and just go with the energy and the flow of how I'm feeling. So we shall see. I'm sending you guys love and light. I hope you guys send me love and light. And yes, Have a great day. Bye.